starter here. It's been an odd day. I got a couple warning lights on my bike right now, mainly because the battery got low, because I accidentally unplugged the battery tender, and the battery was low, so put the old tender on there, and when I started it up after an hour or so, it started just fine, but then the service engine zoom light came on. And if I'm reading through these back things here, I also have a little bit of a low back tire. I think the back tire is supposed to be at 42 psi and it's at 37, so that popped on. But I'm not going to let that bother me right now, because after hopefully a few minutes on the bike, that'll fix that. And I'm assuming that the service engine zoom light, I got to figure out how to check that. I remember how to do it on my Indian. It was really easy. But anyway, sorry for the delay in videos. What I ended up doing is I ended up replacing, hold on, I gotta make sure this is set up correctly. So I'm gonna have to pull over here for a second. Maybe, oh no, there we go. I actually ended up replacing my GoPro and my speakers, and my microphone, just because I was just so annoyed at, no matter what I did, I had, static in my video. So I ended up just buying a new GoPro. That's never happened to me before, but I just, for the life of me, I tried different mics. I went from the microphone USB connector to plugging back in the media case, and no matter what I did, there's just a ton of static in me. What's this? Oh my goodness. No matter what I did, I just could not get away from the static. And this is why I just do not go riding at this time of day. I wanted to go out earlier, but now I had a problem. Like I said, I had a problem with the battery. So I'm heading out now, and just a mess. There's just so many people who live in this area now, and this area was not designed for this number of people, so just a big old mess. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to give a full review of this motorcycle, but I think that I need to have 1,000 miles or so before that seems like a good idea. I'm not going to knock it for that service engine zoom light, because of course the battery was low. Once, like I said, after 20 minutes or so, or maybe an hour of it being on the charger, it started right up again. So this is also going to serve as a sort of an audio test. As I figure out what I'm going to do with my microphone. Hopefully this fixes the problem. I mean, it should. They're all new stuff. This road's going to be closed at 5:30 because of a symphony. That's the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen. But Griffith does a lot of weird stuff now. So Sturgis is starting this week. I, of course, am yet again not attending. Oh, they're doing something to that. Oh no, that's just ivy. I thought that house was all being torn apart. I do plan on going next year. Not sure who's going with me, or if anyone's going with me. I think my buddy Jimmy may go with me, but I suspect the attendee list will be very small. There is a chance that my former, it's getting hot in here, gotta open that up, my former boss at the company I work for, who still works there as of today, but he just resigned. So his last day is in October, I believe. Anyway, him and he lives out in Arizona, but he may go with me and meet up with me and whomever I'm going with once we actually get to Sturgis next year. So that might be fun if that happens. He's a good guy. Well, this heat has been somewhat oppressive as of late. It hasn't been that hot, but we've had a spell of the past of a week or two where we've just had near 100% humidity, and it has been stifling. It's actually almost like maybe not even want to go outside and ride my bike. It's been so hot. Now I definitely would take this heat over the cold. My wife disagrees with me strongly on that sentiment, but personally I'd much rather have hot weather than cold weather. But regardless, this heat has been ridiculous lately. I did get some comments for my last video, as staticky as it was, about the difference between a Road Glide Ultra or Road Glide Limited. They keep changing the name of it. Road Glide Limited and Ultra Limited, which is better. I stand by my final comment, and that they are essentially the same bike, so buy what you think looks better. But I did get a couple of people that I know who are big time Road Glide faithful, who seem to think that the subtle differences between the two was a lot bigger of an issue than I made it out to be. But I still vehemently disagree with that sentiment. I think they're trying to justify why they have the bike they have, and that's fine, if you want to do that, but I just don't see the difference being. Whoa, jeez, buddy. And I know you got a shitty car, but the tracks are smooth. I just don't see a big difference between the two. I think you should buy what looks nicer. I mean, I could see an issue where you like one over the other because the Road Glide may appear to have more interior cabin space. You can even call the inside of a motorcycle a cabin, but it seems it looks like it has more space because the fairing's further out from you. But I don't know. I mean, my arms are stretched out all the way, so I like being able to touch the handlebars or touch the fairing. Anyway, to those people who I offended, I apologize. even though you're being a big baby. Sort of a left-handed apology there. This whole thing right here saddens me. You know, there aren't many spots in Northwest Indiana where there's trees. You know, a little forest, even small as it may be, and you know, because people just keep moving here. Even those are going away. When I was a kid, there were whole areas, like acres of backwoods with, you know, bike trails and everything into them, and they're all gone. They're all torn down and houses are in their place. And unfortunately, now even in those few spots that are left, they're doing the same thing. It sucks. You know, the problem is that Northwest Indiana is in the Chicago metropolitan area. So we're not that far from the city, and we have, you know, there's trains that go right to downtown from, you know, not only a few miles from here. So there's a lot of people from Illinois who moved to Indiana because they still, you know, live or work in the Chicagoland area. And no offense to people who live in Illinois, but Illinois sucks. You know, it's ran like ass. The taxes are ridiculous on all fronts. So property values are too high. So people look and say, well, you know, I can buy a $500,000 house and pay $15,000 a year in property taxes, or I can buy the exact same house for $250,000 in Indiana and pay $2,000 a year in property taxes. Well, I mean, unless you have a bug up your bum about, you know, moving out of state, people are heading to Indiana. You know, it sucks, but that's what happens. So all this stuff that used to be, you know, nice and small town, it's all gone now. Anyway, I'll sit here and wait out this light. Actually, I'm going to go around this car because I don't want to miss this light. And I'm not going over there, I'm going over here. Anyway, this is Redirect Rider signing out. Hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend, or week if this is being pushed up on Monday. I will talk to all of you later. Have a great one. Bye.